Welcome to snowy Japan. This time I've got about a week snowboarding here in Myoko, and then I'm going to Nagano, Mount Fuji, Nara, Kyoto and Tokyo to have a look at all the sites. Now I have been to Japan a few times before, so you know that I love it, but here is a video about everything I've got up to. Food, sights, all of it. So we've just made it out onto the streets of Tokyo. Look at the temperature. It is so cold. But I have my directions in one ear so that I can look like I know where I'm going, which I do wherever I go anyway. And trying to walk to the hotel, which is about a kilometre away, and hopefully not freeze to death by then. Holy! So mates as well tell you about the flight as we go. So it was actually a really good flight from Brisbane to Tokyo. The cabin crew, I've never seen anyone have so much fun at work. Food was actually really good, and I'm not someone who really enjoys plain food, but you know, over the last decade or so, they've really upped their game. But as we were landing, like the last 45 minutes of the flight was the bumpiest flight I have ever been on. So much so that a couple of the drops, the lady next to me let out a little scream just unintentionally. And that at first when it was bumpy, these kids a bit further up from me were laughing, but then they were the really massive ones, and then they started being a bit scared. There are a couple of lightning strikes too. But we made it safely, and that's all that matters. I should have put gloves on. My fingers are going to be frozen against the handle of my suitcase. I don't know how long that walk took, but we made it. One thing I had conveniently forgotten about Japan is how small the rooms are. So this one is like a single non-smoking room, and I'm not even going to be able to open my suitcase except for on the bed. And then, just like we're on a cruise, we step up into
After overnighting in Tokyo, it was time to head to Myoko, and the first leg of the journey was the Shinkansen to Nagano.
This is like the airplane version of checking your gate. I've been down to the platform to realise the train is an hour away. But at least I know where I'm going.
One of my favourite things about Japan is a convenience store, lunch hall, dinner hall, snack hall, and this one absolutely hit the bill. But make sure you follow those instructions on a onigiri or you'll be in trouble. The second leg of the journey was a very scenic train ride from Nagano to Myoko, and I got so excited as I started to see the snow.
So while I'm in Myoko, I'm staying at Myoko Forest Lodge, which is owned by friends of friends. So, you know, supporting local. So they gave me a corner room, and look at these views. Window number 1. Window number 2. So cool. That was a mistake. It's cold. I was on the track that the snowplow made. I was not expecting to sink that far. You know those reaction videos people on Instagram have been doing lately where they show what they look like as they're looking at something? Well, this is one of those moments because seriously, I have no words. This place is stunning. Look at how much more the colours are popping roughly half an hour later. Totemo uskushi desu ne.
After that glorious sunset the night before, I woke up to this crazy snowstorm. And as a kid from the beach, this was so exciting.
Had to try curry bread. So good.
Myoko Forest Lodge's host night took us into the village to experience the snow, to experience a local restaurant, and best of all, this Akakura Fire Festival, which is absolutely a sight to see.
I had planned on starting on the kiddie run, but I couldn't, so I'm already on it. Haven't had a snowboard on my feet in 10 years. Let's see how this goes. I'm actually so anxious about having to get off, legit. My heart is actually pumping. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but I did it and didn't even stack. Whew. I cannot see a thing. So I chose to go down a run because I thought it'd get me to smaller lifts. It looks like the smaller lifts aren't working. And now I am thigh deep in snow, trying to get to somewhere where I can put this bloody board back on because I fell over and couldn't get up. And it's so far to go down the mountain. I should have just stuck to the kiddies run like I'd planned. Rookie error. So it's the first sunny morning that I've been here. When I looked out the window, the mountain was pink, so I legged it. Just missed the pink, but how cool is this sunrise hitting the mountain? I'm snowboarding up there today too. We've actually had so much snow in the past 2 days. It's been absolutely hectic, but today's nice and clear, so it should be brilliant conditions up the mountain. So hopefully my little trial run yesterday means that I can just go well today. Bluebird, how crazy of a difference is it to yesterday? I'm heading back down around to where I was yesterday when I absolutely got slaughtered. This time yesterday, I would have ended up thigh deep in snow right here. Whew. So day 3, hitting the slopes at Akakura Onsen. It's raining today a little bit. I think it's going to get worse by lunch, so I'll bail then. But there's not many people to do today, so I've gotten straight on the lift both times, which is exciting. Before I go get my dry stuff, I'm gonna make a snowman because someone had one at the top of the mountain and I want one.
Now, building a snowman was probably a bit ambitious for someone who does not know how to build snowmen, but I persevered and made this sort of snow family.
I skipped snowboarding today and decided to come snowshoeing at a Mori Pond near Ikinotara ski resort. I paid about 1,500 yen or about 15 Aussie dollars to hire the snowshoes and poles for the day. And it's so much fun. Just to add to it, it just started lightly snowing. This place is phenomenal. So I did have a look in the visitor centre before I hired my snowshoes as well, and there's all information about the area, including some videos of what it looks like during summer. And I 10 out of 10 need to come back here for some actual hikes too.
After my snowshoe, I got to go on a little road trip up to Lake Najiri, which in summer is an absolute hot spot for tourists.
Just got off the train at Nagano. I'm going to spend the next couple of days here, go see the snow monkeys. So far it's a cute little city. One thing you'll hear about in everyone's Japan content is the vending machines. So I've just walked past one that appears to be gyozas. This place is so amazing. Bit of a later start this morning because it's raining in Nagano. So I'm going to walk a couple of kilometers to Zenkoji Temple and check it out.
Fun fact, Zenkoji Temple actually stores the first Buddhist statue ever brought into Japan.
Picked a better day to come see the snow monkeys than it was in Nagano yesterday. We even had sunnies. So let's go see if we can get some good photos of some monkeys in some hot springs, eh? So we kick it off with a bit of a hike through the forest to get to where the monkeys are. But how beautiful. My favourite thing is how they say stay a metre away and everyone's just...
These Japanese macaques are the only troop of monkeys in the world known to enjoy bathing in the hot springs, and lots of people gather to watch them do just that. Be wary, there will be a lot of people, but it is a super cool opportunity to see these animals up close.
Some kids at the lodge I stayed at came and saw the snow monkeys and they raved about the apple ice cream. All good plans, you know? So I was meant to go to Mount Fuji today and then on to Nara and Kyoto, but I'm actually going back to Myoko. We're going to try and hit the slopes a little bit more over the next few weeks. Woo woo! Oh, it's so thick! Look at how big some of these chunks of ice are. Look, it's like a styrofoam ball. Changing it up a bit today, we're checking out Ikinotira, covered lift. I slipped from the top of that bit down to here. Say we're at Togashi. So pretty.
This walk through the forest is absolutely beautiful. You're surrounded by cedar trees that are hundreds of years old.
Back at Ikinotira today, we had major snow yesterday afternoon. So, second last night in Myoko because I extended my trip 10 days and now it's actually time to go home. And we finally have some blue skies. So it's time to see if we can get a bit of a sunrise over the mountains, but the clouds have come in, so hopefully just some cool shots anyway. While I've been in Myoko, I've visited the big 4 parks: Akakura Onsen, Akakura Kenko, Ikinotara and Suginahara. Such a great place to come for beginners all the way through. My favourites were Akakura Onsen because there's this run that goes through the forest and it's just gorgeous. And then on the other side there's always little stashes of powder because no one goes there. And then Ikinotara, second favourite because the runs were just really cool. So much fun. To be fair, I think I've loved Myoko so much because while it is winter and there's some beautiful snow, it's not super freezing. So it still gets up to like 3 degrees up on the mountain during the day. -3 may have been my lowest I was outside for in the morning. This run's the first run I did when I got here and it was these conditions. I can't wait to see the progression I've made. How awesome is this? How good. Turns out 4 weeks of snowboarding actually helps you improve. I just got down that run, no stacks, when I could barely stay standing up the first time in the same conditions. This is so exciting! What a day!
And with that awesome powder day left in my memory, it was time to head home to Australia.
So weird being in a city with so many people around. It's a public holiday too, so it's even worse. But I'm at Ueno Park, crossing between the Shinkansen station and the airport one. And I haven't been to Ueno since we came on the school trip in 2013. We stayed at a traditional ryokan nearby, came to the park, came to the zoo. Memories. So on the way here, I caught the Narita Express to Tokyo Station and then caught the Shinkansen to Nagano. On the way back, I was told catching the Shinkansen to Ueno would be better and catch the Skyliner.